Hi, Cheryl Mays from Rise and Shine CF. We are a training institute. We train better leaders, better employees, and better processes. And I am excited that this week I've had the opportunity to come and share about Lean Six Sigma. I am Lean Six Sigma Black Belt certified, and I work with companies to help them improve their processes, to increase value to their customers, and then decrease their cost so that they can increase their profit margin. And this week, since we are homebound, some of us are, others are in the office on a limited crew, that this is a great time to come and talk about what does that recovery stage look like. And what I have done is at 11 a.m., I will talk about another component of Lean Six Sigma, plain English, so that you actually have the ability to kind of understand it, so that you can absorb it, you can digest it, and you can better make a decision as to when you want this to be applicable for your company. This is a recovery opportunity when we are looking at now what happens when this is over. How do we recover and get to our new normal and be able to have sustainability within our businesses? And using Lean Six Sigma is one of those things that can actually allow you to do that. Now, this is a recap session. So what we talked about earlier today, first we kind of went back to yesterday's segment where we talked about what is Lean Six Sigma. And just for those of you that might have just joined us at this session here, the quick version of what Lean Six Sigma is that it is a opportunity for you to eliminate waste, and waste can be a multitude of things. It's not just materials, it could be time, it could be transportation, it could be over-processing, under-processing, skills underutilized. So there are a number of areas, and if you think of the word Tim Woods, TIMWOODS, those are the areas of waste that you have a potential to actually be able to eliminate. So if you want to go back to yesterday's segment on my Facebook page, it is at riseandshine.success, and that will give you the intro to Lean Six Sigma. The last thing that we talked about on yesterday, which was so important, is that what does this do for not only your customers and your employees, but also your business? For your customers, it allows them to define quality. It allows them to share with you what they determine quality to be. Is it cleanliness? Is it materials? Whatever their level of quality is, whatever their understanding of quality is, they can relay that to you, because a lot of times, and what used to happen was we had marketing teams and all of these individuals that would tell us what the people want. What Lean Six Sigma does is it allows you to go to the people and find out what they want, what they need, and what they're willing to pay for. And that's the great thing about being able to utilize it. The other piece to it is that it is purely factual. There is no guessing in Lean Six Sigma. So you have the ability to use data and facts to be able to support your ideas, to be able to support the things that you want to institute and things that you don't want to institute. You have the ability to use data and facts. So it's not a guessing, it's not subjective, it is literally looking at the evidence and then making a decision based on the evidence that allows the business goals to be fulfilled. So the way that you do that is there is a method, and it is called the DMAIC, and it's DMAIC. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to define what those issues are, whether it's in production, whether it is in operations, whatever it is within your business, you're going to define what those issues are. Then you are going to measure, you're going to collect data, and that could be along the time of focus groups. It could be going to customer sites. It could be listening to complaint calls. Whatever it is, you are going to now measure it. Then you are going to analyze the data. You're going to take the data that you've gotten from your customers, you're going to analyze it, and you're going to find out what areas you need to enhance. You now have the ability to pick. Is it something that's going to take 2 months? Is it something that's going to take 6 months? Is it something that's going to take a few weeks? The great thing about Lean Six Sigma is that you will see improvements within 60 to 90 days. You will begin to see improvements. Now, the other piece is once you have analyzed the data, now you're going to make the improvements. And you're going to not only make the improvements, but you're going to have a control component that's going to allow you to apply some sustainability measure. Now that's what takes this out of being just another total quality program, is that there is opportunity for sustainability. And that's the great thing about it. The other piece to this is that it is, there are 4 keys that you can actually work through in order to complete the process for Lean Six Sigma. And the first key is operating within the delight of your customer. Remember yesterday, if you don't, yesterday, we talked about the customer defining quality. Not only do they define quality, they define how they want it delivered, as well as the cost that they are reasonably willing to pay. So we're going to talk about the delight the customers. The second piece is, in order to delight your customers, and we talked about speed, you also have to now look at your flow, your processing flow, and start to eliminate some of those variations, some of those defects that adds no value. So when you talk about a defect is something that adds absolutely no value to the customer. It means nothing to them that this process even exists. So that's what a defect is. And so in order to eliminate the defects, you have to see where they are. And that's why you have to look at the processes. Then your team gets together. And once you've looked at your processes, your team gets together and now they start to brainstorm. They start to come up with these creative ideas as to how to eliminate the defect, how to make the defect better, or that this is something that might not even be necessary. Let's move on to the next issue that's at hand. So your team is a huge, huge component to this. Lean Six Sigma is truly people-centric, and it allows you the ability to enhance your people's capabilities because everybody has a role, everybody has a responsibility, and everybody is held accountable. The last piece to this is that data and facts component. Now, within this entire process, there are about 10 common tools that people use. So the tools are easy to use, they're easy to understand, and you can drill down. You can do it at a 30,000 foot view if you want to see, what's going on. You can get it very granular. It depends on the level of information you want to receive. For the team, it is going to be extremely granular. For the leadership, it could be more 20,000 foot view, more 30,000 foot view, but for the team, it will get very granular because you have to get down to the nuts and bolts, as they say, in order to understand what needs to be changed. And so you have this data and you have these facts. And so what do is that you actually use them to now start to make those decisions. Now, most Lean Six Sigma projects take probably 3 months, 6 months, maybe 9 months at the most, and then you'll move on to another project because you have this designated team that is fully trained that will allow you to be able to move on and institute these same practices onto another issue. Now, the great thing about Lean Six Sigma, and I keep saying the great thing about it because can you tell I love it. I am excited about it because it is truly beneficial for companies. And I think in this time frame that we're in now, it is truly an opportunity for us to think about cost cutting, but still delivering a quality product or a quality service to your customers and maintaining your employees, which is critical. So that's what this program does. And that's why I am so excited about it, is because it takes care of 3 of the most important things, which I call the golden trifecta. It takes care of those 3 most important aspects of your business. And what we do at Rise and Shine, this is our area of focus on our golden trifecta program, is thinking lean with Six Sigma. So if you are looking at getting more information about it, if you are looking at having a deeper conversation, this is very high level global conversations. I'm trying to keep it very simple so that you can understand it, so that individuals that have no clue about it can go, okay, wow, didn't know it was that easy to understand. So if you wanted to have a more in-depth conversation, you can comment on this. You can find my Facebook. You can locate us on website, www.rising-and-shining.com. Would love to hear from you. Would love to have a deeper conversation. As I stated, this is something that we do at my company, and I am extremely excited to be able to share it with you. Cheryl Mays, Rise and Shine CF, Thinking Lean with Six Sigma. Have a fabulous evening.